Welcome to the show. I'm Ryan Gomez.
And I'm John Gabora. Alright, we should probably just do another one. Okay, so the story of the Kaladesh Pro Tour, basically, it goes like this. Okay, so Aetherworks Marble. You know Aetherworks Marble.
Oh, I know it.
We all know Aetherworks Marble. One of the best cards in the set, if not the best one, kind of took over the Swiss portion of the Pro Tour. And by then, it ran into all the control decks. So by the time the dust settled, we had a finals that was Jeskai versus Grixis.
Yeah.
And Grixis ended up taking it down. But that's not really where the format settled. Where we settled is kind of like a three-headed giant version of a format. It can be broken up into three decks. We've got the blue-white.
Yeah.
So we've got the Spell Queller that we mentioned in the Eldritch Moon retrospective.
Sure.
We've got the black-green Delirium, complete with Traverse the Ulvenwald,
Yep.
to go with Ishkana, all that stuff.
Yep.
And then we've got Aetherworks Marble. So those are kind of like the three decks you can go on. It's kind of a little rock, scissors, paper type of stuff. So right now we're going to go over the top sellers, and first group we've got are the dual lands.
So, it's true in real life and in Magic cards, investing in property and land is a really good thing to do. And it turns out these dual lands are just going to help you cast all your spells on time, and that's what you want to be doing.
They're super good.
In a game of Magic. So,
Spire Bluff Canal in particular. So we've got Inspiring Vantage and Spire Bluff Canal as the two that kind of broke the top 10 in terms of the dual lands from Kaladesh. Spire Bluff Canal makes blue, which is a very good color in Magic, turns out. It does all the best stuff that everyone wants to do. So it's worth kind of investing in these early on.
Yeah.
These next three, we didn't really have a way to group them. They're just Panharmonicon. What is that card?
Okay, so Commander loves
sure.
it because you get to double on all the fun ETB effects that are rampant in that format. So you got to have it for that.
Yeah.
End of list. I don't know.
No, Seth Manfield top-8'd a Grand Prix, a standard Grand Prix with Panharmonicon. It was blue-white, played Cloud Blazer. It was basically just a very good limited deck.
Yes.
And he top-8'd a Grand Prix because that man is unstoppable.
And Corbin Hausler did a special holiday-themed Elves on Shelves deck that used Panharmonicon with all the elf abilities to have a lot of fun there. So lots of cool ways to take advantage of this card.
Both those guys, by the way, columnists for magic.tcgplayer.com, so you should go check those guys out. But for now, we're going to chat about the next one, Blossoming Defense.
Okay, so this also just seems good.
Yeah, it's a cross-format all-star.
Yes.
Really good in Standard, and it found a place in Modern Infect.
Yeah.
Because giving your guy Hexproof is really good. It's different than Vines of Vastwood. It's not better or worse, it's just different. And having more of that effect ends up being really good for your deck.
Absolutely, absolutely. Having ways to grow out of range of combat death and having ways to protect yourself from all the instants that are heading your way makes it very flexible. I love it.
This one looked pretty innocuous on paper. It ended up being a showstopper, and that is our third bestseller of the set, Smuggler's Copter.
Looter Scooter.
This is...
Flying tugboat. I don't know. It's...
I'm speechless. Smuggler's Copter is so good. There's that other vehicle, Heart of Kiran.
Yeah.
It's not even better than Smuggler's Copter.
No.
It's crazy how good Smuggler's Copter is. Looting is really, really good, and this card crews really aggressively. It's just beating down so fast.
And since it's an artifact and can go in any deck, you have to ask yourself, is there a good reason not to run it? And if that is yes, then your next question has to be, well, how do I answer my opponents when they play theirs? Because you're gonna see this
Truly format warping.
everywhere. Yeah.
All right, last category. So Kaladesh brought to the table Energy.
Yeah.
Energy is a really weird mechanic, like nothing we've ever seen before. It's just a new resource. And so it brings with it a bunch of really pushed cards because they want to see us playing with the energy. So we've got Servant of the Conduit, we've got Electrostatic Pummeler, and our number 2 and number 1 sellers in order, Harness Lightning and Aether Hub.
Yes, and I love all these cards. They're fun,
really good.
They're flashy, they're cool, they just feel great to play them, and then you tick up your little energy counter, or you put down some like Pokemon energy, or do something. It's fun, man.
So what I learned early on, Harness Lightning, people were really high on this card during the debut season, and I was like, well, why would you ever play this card outside of an energy deck? So what actually happens with Harness Lightning is it does 3 mana on the first one, and it has the capacity to scale up.
Yeah.
For example, if you kill a 2 toughness creature with the first Harness Lightning,
save that other.
Your second one goes for 4. It's ridiculous. Like, you don't even need energy to play. I have 2 copies in my White Red Vehicles deck. It's a really strong card, and Energy's it's really cool. I'm always suspicious when they kind of introduce new resources and kind of weird. You wouldn't find that in Alpha. I have all those gripes, but the more I've gotten to play with Harness Lightning, I really like that card. It's really great.
I do too. And Aether Hub, again, circles back to the fact that lands are such a crucial part of the game, and this one can contribute a little bit towards Harness Lightning if you need it to, or it can help you cast other stuff on time. Very flexible. Just a great all-around card.
And you can mark down Aether Hub as the millionth reason we're going to make fun of you for having wastes in your deck. Because you can just play Aether Hub. That's right. You just play Aether Hub. It's an uncommon.
Such a great upgrade. All right. Lots of awesome stuff from Kaladesh.
Woo!
I can't wait to see what they give us in Aether Revolt coming up. That's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so great.
Yeah.
All right, but in the meantime, let us know in the comments below what your favorite cards from Kaladesh were, and then when you're done doing that,
check out magic.tcgplayer.com. I wanted to interrupt you so long for that. So magic.tcgplayer.com, we've got articles by the pros, we've got a buy list, we buy your cards, and we also sell cards, and that's kind of what we do. It's our thing. So you should check us out because we would love to have you.
Bristling Hydra, Live Fast, Die Young, so many good energy. All right, well that's it for us for today. Had to get those cards in there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye, Internet.